Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rhea Ripley is one of the biggest names in WWE today, but just weeks before WrestleMania 41, she finds herself in an unexpected spot without a match at the Show of Shows. She failed to regain the Women's World title against Io Sky this past Monday due to a double DQ finish. Amid this, a major name from the past could return and confront the Australian ahead of Mania. WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix recently confirmed the end of her wrestling career on social media, but that doesn't rule out one final appearance. With the Nightmare currently without a match for the Show of Shows, the Glamazon, who is a three-time women's champion and a one-time Divas champion, might show up on Raw in the coming weeks. However, in a shocking twist, she may not return for a fight, but for a powerful face-to-face interaction with Mammy that may change everything for Rhea. The history between Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley runs deep. Back in 2022, Beth was involved in the erstwhile Edge's feud with the Judgment Day. During the I Quit match between Cope and Finn Balor at Extreme Rules 2022, the Eradicator delivered a devastating concerto to the 2017 Hall of Famer. Later, the Glamazon and the Rated R Superstar defeated Rhea and Balor in a mixed tag team match at Elimination Chamber 2023. During the March 31 episode of Raw, Mammy's match with Io for the Women's World title ended in a double disqualification after Belair, who was acting as the special guest referee, called for the bell after being hit by both competitors. That's where Beth Phoenix could come in. She might confront the Eradicator, not as a rival, but as a veteran trying to guide the Aussie star. Over the years, she had even rooted for Ripley and said that she would love to work with her. Phoenix's return, even in a non-wrestling role, could be an unexpected twist that could put Rhea Ripley back on track. That said, these are all just speculations for now. The Eradicator had a chaotic title match on Raw. She was looking to reclaim the championship from Io Sky, but things didn't go her way. The match ended in a double disqualification after she deliberately and Io inadvertently hit the special guest referee, leaving Mammy without the gold. After she laid out both Io and Bianca to end the show, Rhea Ripley cut a heated backstage promo, blaming the EST for everything that went wrong. She did not hold back, saying, she called out the EST for being scared and promised to continue making the latter's life miserable until she got what she wanted. Rhea Ripley made it clear that she wasn't done with Bianca Belair. Will Mummy get added to the Women's World title match in Las Vegas? Only time will tell. In the world of WWE, just when you think a chapter has closed for good, a shocking twist can flip the entire story on its head. Retirement speeches turn into comebacks. Final matches become prequels. And this time, it's the case of a four-time WWE champion, Beth Phoenix, who, after seemingly riding off into the sunset, may be gearing up for one last war. But not just with anyone, with the Eradicator herself, Rhea Ripley. Just a few months ago, Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon, delivered a heartfelt message to fans across the world. She had given her everything to WWE. Blood, sweat, and an era-defining legacy. Her final bow was both emotional and powerful, a fitting end for one of the most dominant women to ever lace up a pair of boots. But as fans applauded her farewell, many couldn't shake a feeling in the pit of their stomachs. Why did it feel unfinished? Beth had walked away before, only to return when the call of competition roared too loud to ignore. But this time felt different. Her speech was raw, grounded in truth. She wasn't just stepping aside for new talent, she was passing the torch. Or so we thought. The Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley, has spent the past year carving her path with steel. Dominant, ruthless, and completely unbothered by opinions. Ripley has redefined what it means to be a champion in WWE. Whether it's taking down Becky Lynch, standing tall over Nia Jax, or humiliating Liv Morgan on live TV, she has become the immovable force of the women's division. And it's exactly this dominance that's ignited the flame in a legend who thought her fire had gone out. It all began with a simple backstage segment, one WWE Universe initially overlooked. Ripley, after yet another brutal title defense, offhandedly referred to herself as the most dominant woman in WWE history, past or present. To most, it was a standard Ripley soundbite, cocky, confident, and dripping with arrogance. But to Beth Phoenix, it was personal. That one sentence hit harder than a glam slam. It wasn't just disrespect, it was a challenge. And to someone who had built her name by shattering barriers and bulldozing opponents, it wasn't something she could ignore. In a recent sit-down interview on WWE's digital exclusive series Chronicles, Beth opened up about watching Ripley's rise. She admitted she had initially admired Rhea's power, her presence, and her ability to dominate any ring she stepped into. "I saw myself in her," Beth said. "She reminded me of what I used to be before life, motherhood, and time pulled me in a different direction." But admiration soon morphed into agitation. "I was proud, but then she started rewriting history, forgetting the women who built this. When she looked into the camera and said she was the greatest of all time, I knew my retirement was premature." What started as closure became an open wound, and Beth's healing would only come through confrontation. If the confrontation happens, and all signs point to it being imminent, it won't just be a match. It will be an era-defining collision. Rhea Ripley, the face of modern WWE domination, versus Beth Phoenix, the foundation on which the women's division was built. This isn't about titles anymore. It's about legacy. It's about respect. And for Beth, it's about reminding the world, and Rhea, that greatness wasn't born in 2020. It was built long before, in an era where women like her had to fight twice as hard for half the spotlight. There's another layer to this twisted tale, the Judgment Day. As Ripley continues to lead the dark faction, Beth has a deeply personal history with them. Let's not forget Edge, Beth's husband, was once a founding member before being unceremoniously booted from the group, and who played a major role in that betrayal? Rhea Ripley. Beth's war with Ripley has roots that stretch deep. From their brutal mixed tag team match at Elimination Chamber 2023 to the backstage ambushes, these two women have shared bad blood for years, and now it may boil over into a full-scale feud. But will Beth face Ripley alone, or could we see another shocking twist, like a returning Edge standing in her corner to settle old scores with Judgment Day? With WrestleMania 41 fast approaching, WWE's biggest stage could be the perfect battlefield for this colossal showdown. Imagine the moment, the Glamazon marching down the ramp one last time, stared down by Ripley under the blinding lights of the grandest stage of them all. The past meets the present. Power versus power. Legacy versus dominance. Would Beth win? That's hard to say. But one thing is certain, if this match happens, it'll be one for the ages. But what if there's one more twist? Insiders have hinted that Beth's return may not be for revenge, but redemption. Rumors suggest she's not coming back just to fight Ripley, but to align with her. Yes, you read that right. What if Beth Phoenix returns, confronts Ripley, and then joins forces with her? Imagine the ultimate powerhouse alliance. Glamazon and Eradicator, teacher and student, merging to take over the women's division like never before. The WWE Universe wouldn't know whether to cheer or boo. It would be a complete system shock. Perhaps Beth doesn't want to replace Ripley. Perhaps she wants to evolve with her. Whether it ends in a ring-shaking brawl or a jaw-dropping alliance, one thing is clear. Beth Phoenix isn't done, and Rhea Ripley's reign, while legendary, may have just encountered its greatest challenge yet. Retirement? That was yesterday's story. Today, the Glamazon is lacing up her boots again, and Rhea Ripley, she better be ready.